What's good, Portal people? It's your girl, Rachel Ricketts, author, alchemist, and spiritual abolitionist, here with a new moon message for Sunday, April 27th, new moon in Taurus. So I'm just going to quickly share a channeled message from my guides, the Oryx, about the energy of this time, and then I'll share oracle card that I pulled that further expands on the energy of this time, and then I'll guide us through a quick new moon meditation. Um, so the message that came through is about discernment versus distraction at this time. This new moon is closing officially the eclipse portal, the really fucking potent earth, life, universe changing eclipse portal that we've just had. And my guides really wanted to share that at this time, there's hella distractions. There's hella distractions. And there have been hella distractions, but what they really wanted to download is that there are distractions happening at this time that may not feel or seem like distractions on their face. So, discernment is needed now more than ever. I feel like I keep saying this. I'll probably continue to say it because it continues to be true. There's lots of yelling, literal and figurative yelling. There's lots of opinions, there's lots of voices, and there's lots of violence. Yes, without question, things need to be tended to. But and for us to be tending to, for us to be in the process of tending and right relationship requires us to be in right relationship with ourselves so that we can take action from a space of right relationship and be in right relationship with the action that we're taking. Yeah. So discernment is needed for us to have an understanding of what actually is worthy of my time, energy, and attention, and what is a distraction. And the nuance here is there are things that are worthy of our time, energy, and attention, but the way in which they're being shown or revealed or illuminated is a distraction. So let me unpack this as an example. The conversation, let's call it, about autism and disability and the proposal being put forth in the United States of America, which is eugenics, that is a distraction. But the conversation about neurodiversity, neurocomplexity, disability justice, accessibility, that that needs our time, energy, and attention. So the opportunity here is how can I pivot my energy to support generative conversation, generative dialogue, generative change, and not just be anti this or in other words, how can we be pro disability, pro inclusion, pro accessibility, as opposed to being like anti wildness? Does that make sense? If you feel me, you feel me. Another way to put that is they are trying, the proverbial capital T, the humans or entities that represent non love, are very intentionally putting forth a narrative that is trying to and is often has been quite successful, but we're getting a little more hip to this shit. Putting forth an intentional narrative to get us at like negative 100 on these conversations. It's like there was a whole conversation recently about like the importance of DEI or why it matters. It just is taking us back hundreds of years. It's taking us vibrationally, like dragging us places we is not helpful for us to be. But that doesn't mean we ignore the issue. of course, these issues are important and they've always been important. And so how can we actually utilize the like intense contrast that is being presented to us at this time to create generative conversation, generative action? It's very nuanced. So how can we have deep, deep, deep discernment about what is a distraction versus what is actually supportive, and what are our gifts, tools, wisdom, insights that can support generative dialogue, generative change, supporting New Earth, which is an earth where all beings are free, harmonious, happy, at peace. Yes. So a really important question is, what do I need to support my discernment at this time? Um, and another key piece of this around discernment is also tied to us claiming our authentic truth, being in alignment with our authentic self, expressing ourselves authentically, and really being seen, allowing ourselves to be seen, to take up space as our authentic self. And that also requires a lot of discernment, because a lot of us have to do a lot of unlearning in order to access our actual authentic self and feel sufficiently safe to not only know our authentic self and align with our authentic self, um, but share it and express it. So I'm going to share the oracle card that I pulled, which is Mama Jumbo. Can you see this? There you go. From this beautiful card deck here. Yeah. And the guidance is, you were born to shine, be seen, be heard, be a movement. We need to know your name. We want to learn your dance. Daring to rise and shine starts with the courage to be seen and heard. Your story matters and someone needs to hear it. The declaration is, I am ready to be seen and heard. I am ready to be seen and heard. And that requires again, discernment with ourselves, and also discernment about the distractions out in the world, and attuning into our own truth and our own voice and our own wisdom. Because I promise you, your voice, your wisdom, your gifts, your your light, your love, your guidance is absolutely needed at this time. Not your ego, though. The authentic, aligned soul truth, soul wisdom, soul guidance. Um, so I'm going to share now a quick meditation to support us with discernment, and to fuel us and use the power of this new moon to support harmony and liberation for ourselves and all, because that's what we're up to over here. So if you feel sufficiently safe, you can close your eyes, you can lower your gaze, or look at something that brings you joy, or do none of the above. Whatever feels aligned for you. You can stand, you can sit, you can lay down, you can move, whatever. Again, your body calls you to do. And just start to anchor into your breath without needing to change it, without making any judgments about what the breath is doing, just noticing the breath. Soften the mind, soften the third eye, soften your eyebrow, soften the jaw, lower the tongue, soften the shoulders. Bring awareness to your spine, place of dignity. Bring awareness to your heart. Soften the gut, soften the butt. And from this place, declare out loud or in your mind's eye, I call my power back. I call my power back. I call my wisdom back. I am aligned with my authentic truth and my authentic self. I trust myself. I trust the universe. My discernment is dazzling. Connecting back into the breath. Anchoring these affirmations down through the base of your spine, envisioning a thick tree root growing from the base of your spine down into the ground, into the very liquidy, fiery core of the earth. Feeling the earth hold you, feeling the earth take whatever no longer serves. And then feeling the bright, golden, fiery light emanating from the magma core of the earth, traveling up through the ground, up through the base of your spine, up through your back, your mid back, your shoulders, up and out the top of your head, up through your crown chakra, up through the sky, the atmosphere, the ethers. Rooting these affirmations into the cosmos, calling on your sacred, benevolent, divine beings to support you, to support us. Envisioning all the light of the universe traveling down through the ozone, the atmosphere, the clouds, the ceiling, the top of your head, locking that in your mind, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your root. Sealing this practice with a beautiful golden light, showering over your aura, cleansing you, protecting you, loving on you, nourishing you. Sending that divine, healing, protective light to Gaza, to Palestine, to Sudan, to Congo, to Haiti, to Yemen, to Iran, to Lebanon, to all indigenous lands, to all indigenous beings. May this practice be for the freedom, for the liberation, for the healing of all. And so it is. Ashe, Amin. Bringing yourself back into the space, opening your eyes if your eyes were closed, raising your gaze if it was lowered. Thank you so much for being here, for trusting me with this message, me and my guides in this meditation. Take what works, leave what doesn't. Feel free to comment below anything that came up for you, any wisdom you have or want to share. I love you. I am you. More videos coming soon. Until then, keep it real spiritual.